What we've aimed to do with this course is to provide the opportunity with carers to come away from the caring environment and to provide them or equip them with knowledge about dementia, but also to give them the opportunity to look at the process of what happens in their caring role.
The benefits of a residential course are that the carer has a real opportunity to come away from the day-to-day lives they're living and relax, which is a much more conducive to learning. So the carer has got time to reflect and to embed knowledge and also to really bond and connect with other carers.
Difference about these 3 days is about equipping people with the skills that they can start to deal with things before they become a problem.
I think they get the in-depth opportunity to explore their own issues within the course. Sometimes if you're only on a short lecture or session, there isn't time for each carer to ask questions and relate it to their own situation, so there's much more opportunity.
This one's the first residential course where carers have been able to come along and be here immersed in the programme for 3 days, and I think that's been very beneficial.
We really wanted people to feel that they could belong here, they could build rapport, they could build relationships so they don't feel alone.
They can meet in an unchallenging environment. It's very supportive. And what is great about it is the sense of confidence that comes when you are a carer and you're with 15 or so other carers. There's that wonderful basis of understanding.
What we've tried to do is do sort of minimum big group teaching sessions. So we've tried to give people the knowledge in small sort of pocket-sized pieces. And then we've asked and challenged people to step back from that and into small groups to think about what's happening for them and for the person with dementia in any one situation, and to start thinking of the different options that are available for them.
We've had teaching about personality, so how people can understand themselves better and the people in their lives better. We've had teaching about dementia and how people can understand a little bit more about what the changes are in the brain, but also how very individual the changes in dementia are for people. And then today we finished that off with more teaching about resilience and understanding our emotions and how we can look after ourselves and come out of that sort of reaction, and hopefully build some more time in to recharge and look after ourselves.
Because it's been residential and it's been away from other people, they've been able to really develop a bond with each other. And because they've been able to develop a bond with each other, they've had more confidence to sort of voice and test out things that perhaps they haven't thought about trying before.
What I've seen is how people have let their guards down and trusted us and really absorbed the teaching. And there's been so many wonderful light bulb moments where people have said, oh, suddenly, yes, that makes sense.
Now I've done 3 days of the course, or 2.5 days of the course, I feel very much as though it was like a gift from God. Just dropped onto my Facebook page at a time when I really needed some support from somebody. It was such a welcoming, family-type feeling that you feel perfectly at home the first day you're here, able to talk about absolutely anything, which is what anybody that's in a caring role really needs.
Yeah, I feel very energised by it and also very supported as well, not just by the multidisciplinary team of RSAS workers who've led us through this, but also by the group of carers here who all have been through and are going through very similar experiences.
I think my dad is going to be in a better place because of this course. I'm certainly going to be able to take a deep breath before I say anything and try and think about what he said and why he said it, which I could never have done before.
I see the RSAS programme really developing. I see it as very pioneering. I think where it's so strong compared to a lot of other things is that a lot of the time, as I said before, we focus on the person with dementia and we focus on the difficulty that's in front of us. And this programme is unique because it much more focuses on the process that the carer is going through. I think a lot will feel inspired. I think a lot will feel comforted. They'll feel valued. They'll feel more that the role that they're doing is important. And I think they'll feel that they've got the support of each other going forwards and a bit of confidence to realise it's okay to get things wrong sometimes, because by getting something wrong sometimes that's how you learn perhaps other ways of doing things and what can be good.
I think one thing that the carers really get from the programme, which I don't think you'd get if it wasn't a residential programme, is a support group, and they all the carers get to know each other properly. So when they leave, they want to stay in contact and they want to continue to support each other. So one of the carers told me she's going to set up a Facebook group for all of the carers on this programme to join if they want to, so that they can keep in contact and continue to support each other and coach each other and give each other advice.
And for anything they're finding challenging or difficult, there are other people out there feeling the same, and that they have got somewhere to go at any time, because of course with Facebook you can hook in the middle of the night, which is sometimes when carers are free to think about themselves and communicate with people outside of the situation they're in. The programme is primarily for carers, family members who are supporting or caring for somebody still living at home, but we have already learned that caring role continues after people go into residential care, and indeed I'm very keen to design at least one programme specifically for carers whose person they're supporting is in residential care.
Until about 5 years ago, RSAS ran a series of care homes. They decided to sell those and create a pot of money to do something better. And their decision was to create something for carers. The Carers Advisory Panel is made up of individuals, all with their own different levels of expertise. They're all dementia advocates in their own right. But put all their skills together and you get a wonderful cross-section of advice. If they'd been available when I was a carer, I would have benefited greatly.